Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and welcome to a very special Clash at the Cat Scotland edition of this. There it is, there's the Clash of the Cat, the predictions, and we have 5 matches that we are going to go over that I am going to be live at Clash of the Cat. Do keep an eye out for big old Grand Cat. There will be, as a Grand Cat sign in the audience. It will be to the top left of the entrance, so do try and take a look out for me. But let's go over the 5 matches that will be watched by the Grand Cat live. Of course, we have, says first up, the main event, which is Damien Priest, the World Heavyweight Champion, will be losing his title to DM Hunk Drew McIntyre. That is an absolute guarantee. At least it freaking better be, because if Drew McIntyre doesn't win, I shall be ripping apart part of the Hydro and taking it home with me as a souvenir of one of the most disappointing days in wrestling history. I 100% have to believe that Drew McIntyre is going to win the World Heavyweight title. I think the way it's going to happen is I think Finn Balor lost the match on Raw, and the Judgment Day are supposed to be banned from ringside. I think Finn Balor is going to wander out and is going to accidentally cause a distraction to Damien Priest, where Damien Priest is doing the whole, I don't need the Judgment Day, I can hold this title by myself. He's going to be like, what are you doing out here? And then that's going to cause the victory for Drew McIntyre. What I really don't want to happen is for Drew McIntyre to have the match won and then CM Punk distracts Drew McIntyre, because, oh my goodness, that would be the absolute worst. And, I think people from Scotland might have to turn against CM Punk at that point. And you all know that I'm a big fan of Next up, we have Bayley with the WWE Women's Championship against Scotland's own Piper Niven. And because she's Scottish, that means she is 100% winning the WWE Women's Championship. I would love if that's the way that it worked, but unfortunately I don't think Piper Niven is going to be winning the belt off of Bayley. I think Piper Niven is kind of a stepping stone for Bayley to, like, how can she take on, how can she take on someone the magnitude of Nia Jax? And Piper Niven is like the evolutionary Pokemon line before Nia Jax. Nia Jax is like the final form, and I think that's the storyline that they're going for. So I do think Bayley is unfortunately going to win, but it would be amazing for Piper Niven to win in her home country of Scotland, in Glasgow, with Chelsea Green. But also Piper Niven was doing autograph signings at Forbidden Planet in Glasgow as well. So that was nice. Next up we have, for the Intercontinental Championship, it is Sami Zayn, the Intercontinental Champion, versus Chad Gable, along with Otis, Akira Tozawa, and Maxine Dupree. Now, this one's a little bit controversial, because I think Chad Gable could win this. Do I think Chad Gable can beat Sami Zayn? Absolutely not. But what I think is going to happen is, in the same way that we've seen Otis kind of interfere before, where he doesn't want to interfere, Chad Gable is demanding that he interferes and things, demands that he clothesline Sami Zayn and all that kind of stuff. I think Otis is going to go to clothesline Chad Gable. He's going to be like, okay, I've had enough of this, I'm sick and tired of Chad Gable bullying Akira Tozawa and Maxine Dupree. I'm going to stand up to him, and he's going to try and clothesline Chad Gable. Whether Chad Gable moves out of the way or whether he falls down, whether he collapses beforehand, I think the clothesline is going to run through and he's going to hit Sami Zayn instead, and then Chad Gable is going to do Chaos Theory and win off of that, and Otis is going to be like, oh no, what have I done? I've made a horrible decision, I've made a horrible mistake, and Chad Gable will be like, yeah, that's my guy, Otis, he finally did it, he finally did whatever it takes to win, and Otis is going to be like, oh no, I'm so conflicted. That's what I think the finish to the match could be, because I think if Sami Zayn beats Chad Gable again, that's like 3 times in a row. At that point, you're kind of just burying Chad Gable. So I think now is a good time for Chad Gable to grab the Intercontinental Championship, which, very controversial. I'm quite enjoying Sami Zayn being the Intercontinental Champion, but I think when you've had that many IC Championship matches between 2 people, the belt has to change at some point. Number 4, we have Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, the Uwu Champion himself, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, going up against one phenomenal Alan James Styles, and it is going to be an I Quit match. Now, if there was any stipulation, like if AJ Styles says I quit, then he has to leave the company. If there was anything like that, I would be in question. But I think because there's nothing in there, it's just an I Quit match. I think this is Cody Rhodes just wanting to put on a hell of a show for the Scottish audience. I could see there being a lot of blood involved, a lot of weapons and things. I think it's going to be quite fierce. I mean, we've seen Cody Rhodes do this before, especially with his brother in AEW, and we've seen other kind of bloody matches that he has been through, and I think this is going to be one of those. I think he's going to really want to show off for AJ Styles. This might be AJ Styles winding down, but I don't think this is going to be his last match, and at 100% I think Cody Rhodes is retaining the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Then, number 5 on the card is Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, the superheroes of the WWE, with the Women's Tag Team Championships, defending against Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, and in a triple threat with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Now, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are going to win because they're 100% from Scotland. No. That would be amazing. I genuinely don't see anyone being the first person to beat Jade Cargill in this triple threat match. I don't think it's going to be Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, or Isla Dawn. The only way I could see the belts changing hands is if Alba Fire and Isla Dawn pin Zoe Stark and Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill aren't part of the finish, and then Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are like, we never lost. You know, I could see them doing something like that, but I think at the moment Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are fine with the women's tag team titles, so I don't think the titles are going to change. I don't think there's going to be that many titles changes. I could see the women's tag titles being retained, the Cody Rhodes retaining the Undisputed Championship. I could see Sami Zayn retaining the Intercontinental Championship, but I could see a situation where Chad Gable could win the IC title. I think Bayley is retaining her women's title match, and Damian Priest had better not defend his World Heavyweight Championship. So, in terms of what I actually think is going to happen, I mean, what I would like to happen is everyone from Scotland wins, but what I think is going to happen is Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are going to win, which means Alba Fire and Isla Dawn don't. I think Cody Rhodes is going to beat AJ Styles. I think Sami Zayn and Chad Gable could go 50-50. I think Bayley is going to beat Piper Niven, who is also from Scotland, and if Damian Priest beats Drew McIntyre, that means that Triple H has booked every single person from Scotland to lose in the first ever Scottish pay-per-view held in Glasgow. I think people would rip the place apart. Sorry. So I really don't see that happening. I think Bayley's probably going to defend. I think Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are going to defend. And I think Drew McIntyre has to beat Damian Priest in the main event. I think that's what should happen. I personally will be a very, very upset and very disappointed Grandcat if Drew McIntyre does not walk out World Heavyweight Champion. Even if he walks out World Heavyweight Champion and then loses it the following night on Raw, I would be fine with that. Just so long as he actually wins the belt in Glasgow, Scotland, that would be the huge, huge thing. So, let's get predictions underway. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, I could tell there was a sneeze coming. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. It attacked me. I could do nothing about it. I tried to defend as hard as I could, but yeah, sneeze. Okay, so let's find people who are even on the show. I really don't want Damian Priest to retain, so I'm not doing that. Oh my goodness, I'm being attacked by sneezes. Oh. Oh, I did a load of fusions. Sami Zayn's tempting. We've also got Chad Gable there as well. I'm going to put in Chad Gable. I'm going to gamble on Chad. Oh, here's why all these sneezes happening. I have to put in Drew McIntyre. Hopefully I'll get all these sneezes out of the way before I go to SmackDown Live. Okay, so then we're going to have to go into the females. Of course, because we've been through all the males. So I think Bayley's retaining. Jade Cargill, and of course Bianca Belair. And there we go, those are my predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, this is a cool thing. So Drew McIntyre, it says there 1,300, but if we go on very quickly, level Drew McIntyre up. Go and train him up. Yeah, sure, why not? There we go. Then if we go back into predictions, you see that he's now up to 3,700 because he's at level 100. So if your cards are on level 0, you get less points for them, but if you trade them up to level 100, you do get the maximum 3,700. And of course, the higher the card is, the more points you get. So if we had a pro Chad Gable, if we had a pro Drew McIntyre, it would give us more points, but unfortunately we don't, so that is what we're going with. So, once again, just to very, very quickly recap, I think Drew McIntyre is beating Damian Priest. I suspect that Bayley will unfortunately beat Piper Niven. I think Chad Gable could beat Sami Zayn in Clash of the Castle Scotland. I think Cody Rhodes is absolutely retaining against AJ Styles, and I unfortunately see Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill retaining the tag titles rather than Isla Dawn and Alba Fire grabbing the tag belts at this point in their career. So let me know what you guys think. Is that what you guys would have picked as well? No. I thought if I click share it would bring up the little share image, but it does not. So that is what I am saying for Clash at the Castle. Now I'm going to get ready because Big Boss Man is just about to come over for me, and then we are heading into Glasgow. We're going into the Clash at the Castle store again. Bossman's going to see if he wants anything. Then we're going to go back to my place. We're going to get some dinner before SmackDown. Then we're going to walk from my place over to the OVO Hydro, because taking the car there would be absolutely disastrous and a nightmare. Then we're going to wander through the Hydro. We're going to go into the Clash at the Castle venue, the merchandise seller at the SECC. Then the doors open at 5 p.m. for the OVO Hydro for SmackDown. We're going to go in there. We're going to be waiting around for 2 hours for SmackDown to begin at 7 p.m. tonight. And SmackDown is a 2-hour long show, which is going to be wonderful. That will take us up to 9 p.m. And then after that is a case of wandering back to the flat, and then we will get some dinner. Some proper dinner as opposed to the pre-dinner. So that is what the idea is. So I am very, very much looking forward to Clash at the Cat, which for us starts tonight because it's SmackDown, is the day before Clash at the Castle, and we've got the combo tickets for both SmackDown and Clash at the Castle. So we're very, very looking forward to that. It's going to be a huge and excellent show. And once again, do keep an eye out for the big old Grand Cat. He'll be to the top left of the entranceway. If you do see him, do be sure to take a screenshot. Click on the Discord link in the description below, join my Discord, and then send the images or the photographs or whatever. Even if you're at the Hydro itself, even if you're at SmackDown and you see the big old Grand Cat sign, then be sure to take photographs. If you see me wandering around, take photographs, come up to me, say hi, say hello, say, hey, I'm a fan of the Grand Cat, and that would be absolutely wonderful. I would love to meet all you guys. But that's going to be it for this video, folks. I really hope you all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.